Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jake Livingston, the incident commander for Alaska Team 1. I'll provide a little update on our incident. So right now, we're sitting at 98,609 acres with 36% containment, and we have 1,915 personnel. That was an update from 5:30 this morning. We're glad to see the local residents of Beulah able to return. We feel like that's really a milestone for this incident. Also happy to see the evacuation levels lowered in other areas as well. Our operations are ongoing with this incident. We have firefighter resources operating and patrolling in all areas of the fire. We have several areas of focus on this incident though right now. One of them is on the northwest perimeter in the vicinity of the Mingus Ranch and also the Overfree Creek campground. Crews, engines, dozers supported by aviation are working off of hand and dozer control lines to check fire spread to the west. They are being challenged by some hot, dry, breezy conditions and steep terrain, and they're seeing some spot fires in the area, but so far they're holding their own. On the southwest perimeter, crews are working on structure protection on 200 plus structures in the vicinity of Lake Isabel and Camp Jackson, and that's from the threat of the fire that had previously crossed on the west side of Highway 165. At the same time, some dozers, feller bunchers, and hotshot crews are placing a control line between that activity to protect Lake Isabel and ultimately Rye. So they're also seeing hot, dry, breezy conditions and terrain as a challenge. Those protection measures, they'll be ongoing, those specifically over the next week. We're making progress, but there's still a lot of potential right now in this fire if the right conditions show up for fire behavior. So a lot of potential to impact homes from Lake Isabel all the way down to Rye. So we understand the stresses of being away from your home, but that's why we're being really cautious and realistic when we're discussing evacuation orders. Overall, good progress has been made, but there's still a lot of work left to do, and we appreciate your patience. So Alaska Team 1 has been here for 13 days. Our last shift is tomorrow, July 14th. We have Northern Rockies Team 6. They've begun arriving on the fire. We've been talking to them, and we'll be briefing them this morning over at CSU. Tomorrow, they'll shadow us, all the functional areas, our logistics people, and our operational firefighters out in the field. They'll be just tagging along with us, and we'll just make sure that all the information is transferred from us over to them. Our goal with this is to ensure that the incoming team has all the information, and then it's really as seamless as possible from when we leave and then they assume command. Throughout this incident, we really appreciate the coordination from the local sheriff's department and then all the local fire departments, and then especially where we've been operating, which is out in the community. So we really appreciate all the support from the local people. Thanks.
Good afternoon. My name is Joshua Johnson. I'm the Emergency Management Coordinator here at the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office. On behalf of Sheriff David Lucero, I'd like to thank the Alaska team for all of their hard work over the last 13 days. They've done a lot to protect our community, and I think we owe them quite a bit. As we reach the 2-week mark on this fire, we're pleased to report that we continue to make progress on getting people back to their homes and back into their properties. Most of the town of Beulah was able to return to their homes today, and we hope to open up additional areas as conditions continue to improve. We want to remind the residents that you are still in a pre-evacuation status, so please be prepared to leave at a moment's notice should conditions change. The town of Rye does remain under a mandatory evacuation, and we ask residents, to be patient with us because of the conditions that the IC just outlined. We know that you're anxious to get home, and we're anxious to get you home as well. We will allow re-entry as soon as it is safe to do so. This fire is still active, and there's still significant work underway to protect your homes and property. As we move into recovery, we want to remind residents who have sheltered their large animals and livestock at the Colorado State Fairgrounds that animals will need to be removed within 48 hours once your evacuation status has been lifted. The shelter is open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., and the animal release hours are as follows. For branded livestock, which include cattle and equine, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. All other animals can be released from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We also have an update to report with regard to notifying residents whose homes were lost in the fire. We have now contacted all property owners whose contact information we had and whose homes were confirmed destroyed within Pueblo County. We remind those who have yet to register through the survival portal to please do so as soon as possible so we can get your current contact information. The portal can be found at our website, puebloemergency.info, and registering on the portal ensures that we can provide proper notifications and connect you with recovery resources as we move forward. To date, in Pueblo County, we have 254 homes and 9 commercial properties that are confirmed destroyed in this fire. I spoke with Sheriff Smith from Custer County just before this briefing, and he wanted me to relay to you that at current there are 84 confirmed homes lost in Custer County. Our Disaster Assistance Center remains open for reentry cards and resources to assist with recovery efforts for all those impacted. Hours of operation today and tomorrow are from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., but they will be changing Wednesday through Friday from noon to 6. So we ask people to take note of that. We also want to clarify the mandatory curfew that we've had in place for these entry areas. The curfew applies only to areas that are still under mandatory evacuation. Residents that are in pre-evacuation areas do not have to abide by the curfew. We do ask that you limit your time coming in and out. That keeps traffic to a minimum. It makes it easier for our law enforcement and our partners to track. It makes it safer for our firefighters. But the mandatory part is only for those that are under mandatory evacuation. I want to thank everybody in the community for their continued patience. This is hard on everybody. This is hard on our firefighters, it's hard on our first responders, and we know it's hard on all of you. Before I close, though, I do want to take a moment to honor the loss of yet another firefighter in our state. Yesterday, an aircraft went down while supporting the Gold Mountain fire in Gunnison County. That tragedy comes just over 2 weeks after we lost 3 other firefighters battling a fire in Mesa County. These losses are a painful reminder of the risks that firefighters take every day protecting our communities, and I want to make sure that our thoughts from Pueblo County, from the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office, from all of us here go to them and their families, their fellow firefighters, and the communities that they served. Next, you'll be hearing from Tammy Torres with the Department of Human Services. Thank you.
Hi. We wanted to make sure that our community is aware of the programs and assistance that the Department of Human Services is able to offer at this time. Our first program is available for families who have at least one child in the home under the age of 18. Another requirement is that they be lawfully present and that their family income is less than $75,000 a year. Qualified families can receive up to $10,000 in disaster assistance. You can apply for this through at the DAC. We do have a table at the Disaster Assistance Center, or you can come down to the Department of Human Services, which is located at 320 West 10th Street. If your family is currently receiving Colorado Works, you would just need to reach out to your case manager and ask for supportive services during this time. The second program is assistance for recipients of our adult financial programs. Qualified individuals can receive up to $2,000 in assistance. If you're not currently receiving adult financial, you do need to apply and be determined eligible prior to receiving the disaster assistance. If you're currently receiving adult financial, you just need to reach out to your worker and they'll work through what that process will look like. The third program that can assist at this time is our replacement of SNAP or food assistance benefits. If you're currently a SNAP recipient and you've experienced food loss due to loss of utilities or due to the fire, we can reissue your monthly allotment to purchase additional food. This form can also be accessed through the DAC or through the department, which is, again, is at 320 West 10th Street. One thing we really want people to hear today is this. If you need help, please do not hesitate to ask for it. The resources we're providing were created for this exact moment. Using them doesn't mean that you're taking away from someone else. It means that they are serving the purpose that they were intended for. We've been incredibly inspired by the resilience of our community and the outpouring of support from volunteers, organizations, our local, state, and federal partners. Our commitment is to continue to stand alongside those who are affected throughout the recovery process. Asking for help is a step forward in recovery, and we want everyone to know that help is here when they need it. We know this is going to be a marathon and not a sprint. Recovery takes time, and we're committed to supporting the community every step of the way. Our community has shown incredible strength and compassion already, and we're grateful for everyone who has stepped up to help. Now we want those who have been impacted to know that it's okay to lean into that support. That's what we're here for. With that, I'd like to introduce Casey Fox from the VOAD, which is the Voluntary Organizations Active in Disaster.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to join today to provide critical updates on the coordinated, community-led recovery efforts of Colorado Voluntary Organizations Active in Disaster, Colorado VOAD, to support all communities impacted by Aspen Acres Fire. Our hearts are with the individuals and families across Pueblo, Custer, and Fremont counties who are navigating the devastating impacts of this wildfire. Recovery from a disaster of this scale is a marathon, not a sprint. And as a community, I want you to know that you are not running it alone. Today, you have various Colorado and national disaster relief VOAD agencies currently supporting you now and as you continue forward, providing immediate relief such as food, shelter, and resources at the local Disaster Assistance Center, or DAC, and the partners who are locked in to stand by your community to support recovery efforts for your long road ahead. In this initial response phase, a few agencies I'd like to highlight today include Serve 6.8, Mercy Chefs, and World Central Kitchen, who have been providing feeding operations and meals daily, ensuring that hot meals to our impacted community. Continued community sheltering operations led by American Red Cross and the 211 Colorado and Airbnb.org program partnership that continue to enable non-congregate sheltering to impacted communities and first responders. Laundry trailers provided by Christian Ministries at the Red Cross shelter today. VOAD community agencies that will continue to be available and provide services at the DAC virtually include the Salvation Army providing cleanup kits at the DAC in various locations as folks do re-enter. Also $50 Walmart gift cards, Hope Crisis Animal Assistance Response Team, and Mennonite Disaster Services leading emotional support and trauma-informed care services. Senior Resource Development Agency, supporting transportation, resource access, and food and supply delivery needs. And then we get to the Crisis Cleanup Hotline. As reentry continues, to reopen, households can register to be connected with trusted, vetted, trained volunteer agencies who may be able to assist with the cleanup efforts, including ash sifting, debris, tree and fence cleanup, and more. Please call 970-283-7325 to register for cleanup assistance. VOAD agencies are ready to support debris cleanup needs and requests today, and those agencies include Team Rubicon, Colorado Southern Baptist Disaster Relief, Mennonite Disaster Services, Christian Aid Ministries, Catholic Charities of Southern Colorado is also helping with volunteer training and capacity building. And then another Colorado VOAD member agency, Toolbank USA, will be providing tools and equipment to our community agencies that are leading private property cleanup efforts. Individuals that would like to support recovery efforts for Aspen Acres Fire can also donate to the United Way of Southern Colorado's Wildfire Relief Fund, who continue to promise that 100% of the donations will go to supporting the impacted communities. As the chairperson of Colorado and Colorado VOAD, I want to emphasize that our recovery model is firmly rooted in equity, transparency, and local community leadership. We know that our residents impacted by Aspen Acres Fire that may completely lack insurance, and in those types of underinsured or no insurance situations. Because of this, Colorado VOAD community agencies will support and prioritize cleanup needs for households that are uninsured or underinsured. Furthermore, we're building a durable long-term recovery group alongside the county and all of our government partners in lockstep with the United Way of Southern Colorado, serving as our trusted fiscal agent. We will continue to coordinate and support VOAD agencies through this mission recovery. If you or a loved one has been impacted by this fire, please use these direct trusted pathways to connect with free VOAD assistance and immediate resources. Again, for debris cleanup, ash sifting, smoke damage, remediation, tree removal, call the crisis cleanup hotline. There's also a QR code on the screen now. Your home must be registered in the crisis cleanup system before voluntary agencies and teams can begin to assist you, so call and register your cleanup needs. If you are displaced and need emergency housing support, please dial 211 to access the temporary Airbnb stay and connect with additional local disaster resources. As mentioned, free community meals will continue to be available through Mercy Chefs feeding operations, currently stationed in the community at Fellowship of Rockies Church, daily for lunch and dinner. Continue to visit the DAC, the Disaster Assistance Center, for connection to vetted, trusted VOAD agencies that are here to support and serve you. Lastly, I really want to address a critical truth that often gets lost in the immediate response moments. Trauma will take its toll on our community and on those impacted and on those here that are here to support and serve. Right now, adrenaline's high. We know from decades of disaster experience that fatigue, financial exhaustion, and emotional stress surfaces weeks, months, and even years after the fire is contained. Mental health providers, crisis counselors, and emotional and spiritual care teams are available and here for you. Taking care of your mental well-being is just as vital as clearing your land, accessing resources, finding a new home, or rebuilding from scratch. If you are feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or need somebody to talk to, please do not carry it alone. Reach out to the crisis counseling resources at the DAC or Disaster Assistance Center, call 211, or connect with on-site care teams and the resources here. Thank you to the vital local community agencies, nonprofits, and businesses that have continued to lift up this community and provide free services and offerings. We are here for you today, we will be here for you tomorrow, and we will remain by your side for the entirety of this marathon of recovery ahead of you. Stay strong, Pueblo. Thank you.
I have a couple of questions. Just speak into the microphone so the people online will be able to hear the questions.
Aaron, did it? Yes, sir. Cool. Oh, it was for online. Aaron Bennett on the KKTV 11 News. I know crews have made a lot of progress with fire lines, especially around Beulah in less than a 24-hour period. But with the hot, dry, and breezy conditions this week, I'm curious about the anticipated response and holding those fire lines and how they're holding up right now.
So in regard to Beulah and locals moving into that area, we have crews and engines still in patrol in that area, and we're not anticipating any problems there.
Also for Mr. Livingston, on the Rye side of the fire, I was curious if you could talk a little bit about the challenges facing that particular portion of the line. And I know it's hard to ask to speculate about containment in a wildfire of this size, but if you guys think that, people in Rye might be able to get back into their homes in the next week or so.
So the slop over across the west side of Highway 165 to the north and west of Rye and in the vicinity of Lake Isabel, we are unable to go direct on the fire edge in there, just given the terrain and the fire activity. And what goes along with that is being able to get a firefighter out of there if they're injured. So we are looking at other line options adjacent to that fire edge, which will give us more probability of success. So right now we're using the bulldozers, the hot shot crews, and the feller bunchers on Millset Creek. So we are coming off of the 165 with bulldozers, and then also off the top of the main ridge line above that to try and get a control line between Lake Isabel, the community of Rye, and that active fire edge. As far as the duration of this incident, when we expect full containment, we're still a long ways from that. I would expect quite a few weeks before we get close to that, just given the terrain and the amount of perimeter up in the high country there. Really, we focused a lot on the east side of the fire, adjacent to all the communities that were directly impacted, and now we're moving into the higher terrain up on the north end, as I spoke to, and then also on that south end by Lake Isabel. So if we can, over the next week, get around those two core areas I spoke to, and then that would get us up onto the higher elevations where there's some open meadows, there's some old logging units, and then there's some road systems up there which we hope to use. And then also up there would be just the terrain's a little more forgiving, and we can access it a lot easier.
With the Alaska team leaving, about how many people is that, and how many people are coming in to replace the team?
Okay, so the Alaska team arrived with 91 core individuals, right? But we build an organization around that. So what we do is we order resources and then support infrastructure, and we just build an organization that can support all the firefighting efforts out in the field, right? And then now we're up to almost 2,000 people from what we started at. But the Northern Rockies Team 6, which means Montana and then the Panhandle of Idaho, they're coming in with around 100 people. But that doesn't mean all of those 1,900 plus people I mentioned are leaving. It's just us, the core incident management team.
So 91 leaving and 100 coming in.
That's correct.
One more question.
So I know that since this fire sparked, a lot of people have been going to hospital with smoke inhalation. There's been a massive increase in response. Might be a question for VOAD, but are there any resources available for those people with breathing problems who are seeing that and having to pay out of pocket for these responses?
There are resources. I would say various of our voluntary agencies are able to provide free masks and ongoing equipment to support. And we've also been sharing just lots of updates around kind of that community acknowledgement and education piece as well. But yes, we do have some resources.
Thank you. Thank you.